Greetings, my name is Michelle Ting and here is my presentation on my final year project. The base of this project started off with one of my interests being solitary confinement. I've always been questioning about how a space or built environment can affect the mental and physical health to different individuals. Therefore, here is where the connection of my questions and work begins. For my site narrative, the site chosen is the British Museum, London, located at Bloomsbury. The British Museum was founded in 1753 and opened its doors in 1759. It was the first national museum to cover all fields of human knowledge and open to visitors from across the world. Here, on the first board, we can see visual narrative that shows the map of the site, the landmarks and activities that goes around the site, one being the museum itself as the main attraction, cafes, hotels, educational institution, and other architectural buildings. Moving on, we have some collages to show how the British has heavily influenced some of the famous architectural buildings in Malaysia and how our buildings have evolved throughout the centuries due to the British influences. In these two boards are collages of plan and section of the museum along with the main materials that are used throughout the museum such as concrete floors, cast iron frame filled with stock brick, and Portland stone on the front layer of the building that has been remained till this day. The timeline indicates the constructions that has been done to the museum, which is from 1900 till 2000. Throughout the collages is also a comparison of the site now and then. Coming to the bottom of this board, the narrative shows many stories of the museum itself. It is historical and it is a site of many cultures. However, since I have connected the narrative to solitary confinement, I tried to view it from a different perspective, since there were sayings that the artworks and artifacts were stolen from where it belonged, such as the Rosetta Stone, the Greece Parthenon marbles, Jamaica's Birdman, and so on. Therefore, my perspective in this narrative are the artifacts are trapped and confined in the museum as it is not going to be returned to its origin. Lastly, the narrative that is shown on these two final boards is the project visualization of how I would like to imply to the space. Here, the visualization is to implement natures in the space for users to feel like they are connected to the outdoors, as exposure to nature makes individuals feel better emotionally. On the bottom here, we can see that there are some blow-ups of images that I would like to achieve in the space by creating a spacious ambience so users feel free. In addition to that, I would also like to create framing of different scenes in the space where users can stand at different areas to see different sceneries in the space itself. Other than that, the visualization also includes playing with lighting, whether it being artificial or natural lighting. Before going into the programming, the aim was to understand the ill effects of confinement and use that as a way to create a built environment that could counter some of the illnesses. Along with that, the programming needed to show that an interior space can help with one's mental health, and in order to do that, we needed to understand the type of interior components that will help with mental stability. Therefore, for the programming, the aim of the space KOYL is to help people who are dealing with mental health, stressed, or have experienced traumas before. The space is designed on how a built environment can help improve one's mental health. The design is designed to explore with human senses being sound, smell, sight, and touch. In short, the programming is designed for users to experience a journey to feel calm throughout the spaces from start till finish. The part of the British Museum that was chosen to run all the programming is at the reading area due to it being spacious and where natural sunlight could come in during the day. On the bottom of the board shows the whole museum, and going up is how it is all connected to different types of senses. To go in depth with the activities, The first thing users will experience when entering the space is the anechoic area, where it uses parabolic speakers to help calm users' mind with relaxing tones that will be produced from the speakers. Second, being the tactile library, where users can feel different textures from the library and pick the ones that reflects on their emotion. From there, they can assemble it to a piece of installation that expresses their feelings. This was inspired from a research that was came across, which is called Balisa, where it is used as a therapy tool to help patients visualize their healing process, and also inspired by the art of pottery, where tactile experience can be meditative. Next up is diffuser, where users will explore with smell by using olfactory installation to produce scents that will help calm one's nerve, such as lavender, peppermint, lemon, rose, coffee, and the list goes on. The olfactory installation is an art form that uses scents as a medium. Gravity is where users can experience a positive isolation. The aim with this space is to give off similar feelings to how a deprivation tank will work, as some people feel that floating on water can be a therapy, as it may lower stress, anxiety, and even depression by reducing how much sensory input the brain and nervous system receive. Moving on are the breathing lights. The lights will be installed around the structure, and this will help users to breathe in and out that will make users feel relaxed and calm. This activity is inspired by breathing exercises, as it will help strengthen the cardiovascular muscles and improve blood pressure. Breathing exercises heal people in many ways, as they have immense physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual benefits, and it helps tremendously in reducing stress. For scenic experience, the space will use its form and materials to highlight a specific scenery connecting with nature that will make users feel like they are connected with the outdoors whilst being indoor, as nature can generate multitude of positive emotions such as calmness, joy, creativity, and can facilitate concentration. Moving on, Heal is a space for users to calm and explore with their senses. This also has a connection with making users feel like they are outdoors, as the space plays with temperature, time, and materials that deteriorate due to the surroundings and duration of time. Rewind will be a space for meditation, as the space focuses on replicating elements from weather, so users can meditate while temperatures and light will be changed depending on the time of day. Last and not least is Reset, where most socializing activities will take part. The space is aimed for users to recollect their overall experiences and connect with others before they leave KOYL. On the right side, we have the plans, section, and exploded axonometric. As mentioned earlier, the aim of KOYL is to give users a journey of experience. The ground floor focuses on activities. First, we have the entrance, and the users will have to go anti-clockwise, that will go through the anechoic experience, tactile library, breathing lights, diffusers, and then gravity. After going through all the activities, they will move on to the first floor, where the activities are mostly focused on healing, meditation, and socializing. So going up to the first floor is where users will come across the synaptic experience first, and then going anti-clockwise again to experience heal, rewind, and the last activities will be reset. Here we can see the section of KOYL. The main materials that I use throughout the space is marble stone, cobblestones, Mulholland tile, oak timber, sapin beige terrazzo, sunset terrazzo, ornament terrazzo, limestone, artificial grass, and concrete. The color palette chosen are mostly subtle because lighter shades of colors can help and calm and soothe individuals' mind. Below here are the perspectives of KOYL. Here we have the anechoic experience that plays with sound. The movement of the sound waves are determined by the umbrella-like form. The curved surface of the umbrella helps the sound to be dispersed in a specific direction. Next up is the tactile library, where there are many different types of textures hanging on a thin rod so users can feel them, pick the textures that expresses their feeling, being soft, smooth, silky, bumpy or rough, and then coming back here where they can assemble it to a piece of installation that they can bring back. The breathing light structure shown here uses organic, smooth, rounded forms because unlike other geometric forms, circular forms feel gentler and milder and are commonly used to symbolize unity and protection, as circular forms has the tendency to make the space feel safer and more comfortable. The lights around the structure are by using LED to guide users to do their breathing exercises, along with the pendant lighting that hangs from the ceiling. Here we can see the olfactory device. The circular ball shape is where users can pick them up and smell different types of scents, and the tray main structure in the middle with many funnels is where essential oils are being kept. Users can pick the scents they want and drop the oil to the ball and take it along with them. Moving on to the first floor, the Synesthetic experience is inspired by Zen gardens to make users feel like they're connected with the outdoors, with indoor water feature running as it helps with the temperature of the surroundings, as well as the sound of water can guide the neuronal waves in our brain, allowing for a calming effect where the sound of water is also a form of white noise that provide multiple psychological benefits. As mentioned, Heal is where the space plays with the different types of materials and temperature. Users can take off their shoes and go through the pebble stone. If the weather is sunny, the pebble stone will feel warm, and the structure here are made from steel rods that could be warm or cold due to the surroundings. The space is for users to enhance their senses by going through the structure of the steel rods. Here we have Rewind, where is a space for meditation. The water sprinkling is coming out from sprinklers to replicate the element of rain, as our brain processes it as a calming, non-threatening noise, as rain noises are a staple to daily meditation practices. And studies have found that when rain sounds enter the brain unconsciously relaxes and produces alpha waves. Lastly, Reset is where the structures are designed for people to sit, relax, and socialize. The first floor has a lot of natural lighting, so it can be utilized to draw attention to building elements, textures, and so on. The replication of nature also helps to generate multitude of positive emotions. In short, nature connectedness is associated with lowering levels of poor mental health. In particular, the use of sunlight helps lower depression and anxiety levels. Here are the 360 view of some of the main spaces in KOYL. A big thank you to the juries for listening to my presentation.